Well, hello, hello. Welcome to Julie and Friends. I know right now you're like, where is Julie? It's me. I'm Julie. A ponytail. I got a ball cap on today. Sometimes it's just a ball cap kind of day. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I am so glad that you are here. This is round three of my competition with my friends, Lisa Bowden, Amy Story, and Melissa Faust. Now, y'all, Lisa won again last week. She is 2 for 2. This is my last chance to dethrone her or Amy or Melissa. We're going for it. We set the theme for this challenge this week is a new stamp set. So the new stamp sets that I am using are Gallery Blooms and Beautiful, well, that doesn't work, does it? Beautiful Motifs and Gallery Blooms. So I have made a vintage card that I think you're going to like using 2 new in colors. They are Cloud Cover and Soft Sea. Soft Sea? Maybe Soft Sky. Soft something. Anyway, a vintagey looking card, simple, but the texture, we're going to talk about texture, and that's what I'm going to teach you today. So I hope that you will sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. All right, I'm not teasing you. Not doing anything fancy, no huge fun fold, but a gorgeous, gorgeous card in its simplicity. And I love showing you guys one of those. So let me show you how to make it. And I want to show you 2 things. First of all, we've got 2 new in colors. This is Cloud Cover, and it is beautiful. And this is Secret Sky. So I'm using those 2 colors together and then just accented with Basic Beige. So let's get going. So first thing, card base is Cloud Cover, and I just cut it to 8.5 by 5.5. I'm going to fold it. I'm going to bone fold it because we know bone fold is a word. And there's my card base. I'm going to set that aside right now. And I'm going to show you some things, okay? So the first thing I want to show you is this. So this is a new embossing folder. It's called Damask. Sounds like I'm cussing. Let's see, I'm not cussing. Damask, how do you say it? I don't know. Designs. And it's beautiful. You can really see the detail there. And it looks like it's kind of designed to go sideways, but when I run it through the embossing folder, or the embossing machine, I just flip it this way. And this is what you get. So isn't that pretty? I love that. So I cut this piece of Cloud Cover to 3 3/4 by 5, and then I wanted just a little peek of Basic Beige to show through. So I cut that to 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. Now you know I really had to want that to show through to play with 8s, because if there's anything that I despise more than cutting in 8s, it's green glue. But yet here we are doing both of them. I have grown as a stamper. I'm using the green glue right here, and I'm going to tell you why. When you run cardstock, and you guys who are veteran stampers, you know this, but newbies may not. When you run cardstock through an embossing folder, it does adjust the cardstock a little bit. It kind of makes it, I don't know, go a little bit. All right, so I'm going to use a technical word now. A little bit wonky. And if you just use regular adhesive, you might get little bits and pieces of it that don't glue down nicely. So by using the green glue, I'm able to smush it. And because I applied it appropriately, I'm not getting it all over the place. Here's the thing with the green glue too. You do have a minute to maneuver your paper. So if you don't get it on there exactly straight, you can maneuver it if you want to. Now, just to be safe, I'm going to take my little silicone finger cover and push that down real nice. That reminded me of the Christmas Vacation movie with Cousin Eddie. Get yourself something real nice, Clark. So we got that, okay? Easy peasy. Now, you cannot order this folder yet unless you're a demonstrator. We're getting it as part of our demonstrator pre-order. I was able to do it. So you can't unless you're a demonstrator. Too bad you don't know a girl who can help you with that. Oh, wait, you do. All right, I'm going to set this aside. Now, let's get our focal point here. So using Stylish Shapes dies, this is the largest circle from the Stylish Shapes die, I used this stamp set. Beautiful Motifs. Love, love, love this set. You've got great sentiments here, but I love this piece. It kind of coordinates with that folder, and it's all part of a suite that includes beautiful motifs. It includes this set, Gallery Blooms, which I'm going to use a little bit of. It includes the folder. It includes some paper, dies. It's a great, great suite. And when the new catalog goes live, if you're not a demonstrator, that would be, and especially if you like vintage, that would be one of the first things on my list. So I've pulled off the kind of this little damask here, and I am going to stamp with Basic Beige on Basic Beige. Now, Basic Beige is interesting, and I've done this before once, and we've talked about it. It's kind of like a chameleon, because when you stamp with it, see how it kind of looks green right there? Does it look green to you like that? It does, right? It kind of gives you a green look. But it is the color of the ink in the paper. But what happens is when it kind of gets down into the fibers, it's going to pull that color of the paper. Because look at that. See, well, the lighting is making it look a little bit green too. But in real life, I'm telling you, it becomes very much tone on tone. So that's the only thing that I'm going to stamp right there. Now, I've used some dies. Both of these, I told you, come with coordinating dies. And these are the dies. They're the Beautiful Motifs dies. Here's the neat thing, okay? They coordinate with the Gallery Blooms stamps. So, for example, this die coordinates with this stamp. And then Gallery Blooms has some dies as well, and you can use those dies if you want with Beautiful Motifs. Now for this card, I used this kind of wildflower die, and I used the fern, okay? So I'm going to show you what I did with those. So this is the fern. I did it in the Secret Sky, and you can kind of see where I'm going here. I'm just going to, that's going to be adhered right there. I'm going to do that in just a second. And then I'm going to adhere this beauty. And I've got a little bit of some pieces to punch out here. Now, but I want to tell you, this die, okay, is not hard to use. It punches out a nice image, even though it's pretty intricate and stuff. But I will say, I was working on it today, and I made like 25 in a row. I will tell you that this die by about die number 18 got persnickety. So file that away. All right. So here we are. I'm going to put some little dabs of the glue here. And I don't need to glue everything down on this. I just need to glue enough that it'll hold it down. So this is a new technique I have discovered. I'm going to call it the salva, because I'm sure other people invented it, but you know what? No one named it after themselves, so guess who gets it? Right of first refusal, it's me. So it's just putting those little random dots wherever you want to kind of hold it down. So see? So I've got this adhered pretty nicely. Now, if I want to, if I'm like, man, that feels a little fragile, I will salva right there just to hold it down a little bit more. I don't want, okay, hold on now, baby. I don't want the whole thing glued down, because I like it to have a little bit of movement, even though it's a card. Okay, so there we go. So I've got that. And then I'm going to salva. Man, I like this. I like naming things after myself. I'm going to do it more often, just so you know. It'll be all sorts of things we're salvaing. See, dot, 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 dot. And because I'm using my silicone mat, it doesn't really matter that I'm getting it on other places too. Oh, I like this. Come here, though. Come here, finger. Finger is definitely part of this card right here. So I'm just kind of going to place this here and smush this down too. So see what we've got now? I've got these leaves kind of going every which way. I've got a little bit of interest there with what I've stamped. But look what happens now when I bring this back and I put that on it. Oh my gosh. You see how it just kind of makes it so interesting. So what I'm going to do is adhere this whole piece down, and I moved the silicone mat because I don't need that anymore. Okay. Adhere that right there. Then I'm going to go, and I know right now you guys are saying, I know where she's going. She hadn't used it in a while, has she? Nope, she hadn't used it. She's going to her linen thread. And you would be right. I picture that there's somebody out there named Fran maybe. And Fran is talking to her friend. What is Fran's friend's name? Gertrude. And Fran and Gertrude right now are texting each other saying, I knew she would go to the linen thread. I knew she would. But Fran and Gertrude can do that because if they knew I was going to the linen thread, they've been around here for a hot minute and they know I love it. But I did. I went to the linen thread, doing my double bow here. I want the tails, I want them hanging down kind of wonky. That's going to go right there. Kind of anchors it. Not to worry. We're not done yet. In fact, before I anchor that down, I'm going to do one more thing. I am stamping. Remember I told you that Beautiful Motifs had a really great set of sentiments. So I'm using Thank You for Everything. But just so you can see, you've got love, wishing love and happiness, just note, hello, thinking of you. So you got a bunch of different things. And I'm going to stamp this in Secret Sea. I think I've been calling it Secret Sky. Huh. Well, we have just met this year's Bubble Bath Bubble Gum. Remember that last year? I couldn't remember if it was Bubble Bath or Bubble Gum. Now I'm going to have Secret Sea and Secret Sky, right? Thank You for Everything. So I've got that stamped. And I'm going to use my dimensionals. And I'm going to put that down before I put that linen thread bow. Because where this goes is kind of going to dictate my positioning for that. Okay. So, oh, I love this. And I love that I have it off a little bit. Yay, I like it so much. I hope you guys do too. And then I'll get my linen thread bow and my glue dots. And I know that you guys know this trick. Just set the center of your bow on the glue dot, push down, pull up, and you've got the glue dot there. Oh, yeah. I really like that. I am going to trim just a little bit here. But so you see, what makes this card beautiful? This card doesn't need a fun fold. It doesn't need the paper to do the work. All of those other strategies that I teach you. What makes this card beautiful is simply the textures. All of the textures. I mean, take a look at it. You've got the embossing folder texture. You've got the stitching in the circle texture. You've got the 3D elements here with these two leaf fronds. You've got the linen thread here. You got the sentiment pulled out. So all of this is combining together to give a really aesthetically pleasing look. So don't be afraid of texture. There's no reason to be afraid of texture. So I've got my card base here. And I feel like I already folded this over and bone folded, but one never knows what I did with it. And then this is going to go right on top here. So I'm going to go on and get my adhesive and do that. I thought about using dimensionals to kind of elevate this layer, but when I was playing around with it, I don't know. The texture did so much, I didn't really need the elevation. It was kind of getting in the way. Now, one last thing comes with this suite as well. These pressed flower motifs. So that motif word is really a great little clue here for us that all of these things go together. So I'm going to put just a couple of these here. So my friend Melissa Faust, who I am actually competing with, you guys have always heard me say, we work in threes, put things in threes, it's more appealing. And I noticed Melissa put things in twos. And I started to see, hey, I kind of like that. So now I'm starting to put things in twos because I'm copying her. In fact, I will name that technique, putting gems in groupings of two, is called the Faust. So we have salved and we have Fausted. All right, one last thing. I'm going to put some basic beige on the inside, and I am going to stamp. Remember I told you how these interact together? So I'm going to stamp this stamp. I don't know what that is. Queen Anne's lace, maybe? Is that a thing? And it matched the die cut that I have on the front. And I'm not going to do the whole thing, but I'm just going to do a little bit. So I'm just going to ink up maybe half of it in that secret sea and sky, can I call it that? And just kind of put it in the corner there. Oh, that's so pretty. That is so pretty. Just to pull everything through. This would be great. That stamp right there, that would be a great stamp just for like note cards. Just put that on note cards with a sentiment. That would be gorgeous. And I'm ready to put this on the inside of my card. And friends, we're done. We're done. No technique, nothing fancy, but it's stunning. At least I think so. So what'd you think? I really like it. I really do. Now, here's the thing. You know the drill. You watch all of our videos, 4 videos. They're each about 15, 16 minutes. Watch them, enjoy yourself, and then vote for the one that you like best by clicking thumbs up. A couple of things to remind you of. We have free shipping going on through Friday. That is the 25th of April. So that is for orders $75 and higher. If you are interested and need to place an order and don't already have a demonstrator, I'd be happy to help you. I would love it if you would share this video, if you would subscribe to my YouTube channel, if you join my email list, if you just hang out in the Stamp and Shine community, that would be great. Now, make sure that you vote and then come back next Thursday because that is the May episode of the Great American Stampin' Show. I'll be back with Brandy, Shannon, and Jody, and hopefully you as well. But hey, big round of applause to my April stampers, Melissa Faust, Lisa Bowden, and Amy Story. And guess what? I'm working on an encore performance from them. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.